4 months ago, a U.S. drone settled its crosshairs on an al-Qaeda compound in Pakistan. U.S. intelligence says the target was a high-ranking terrorist, and they did not know 2 hostages were with him. 73-year-old Warren Weinstein, an aid worker from Maryland, had been kidnapped nearly 4 years ago. Giovanni Loporto of Italy, who worked for a humanitarian agency, had been held since 2012. We also learned today that 2 more Americans were killed, but both of them were members of al-Qaeda. In an unexpected announcement, the president called it a tragedy.
I take full responsibility for all our counterterrorism operations, including the one that inadvertently took the lives of Warren and Giovanni. I profoundly regret what happened. On behalf of the United States government, I offer our deepest apologies to the families.
The president went on to say it was a cruel and bitter truth that deadly mistakes happen in the fog of war. David Martin has learned what went wrong.
The drone strike happened in January, but it wasn't until April that the CIA realized it had killed the 2 hostages, American aid worker Warren Weinstein and Italian Giovanni Loporto. All the safeguards President Obama once promised would ensure to a near certainty no innocent civilians would be killed had failed.
Based on the intelligence that we had obtained at the time, including hundreds of hours of surveillance, we believed that this was an al-Qaeda compound, that no civilians were present, and that capturing these terrorists was not possible.
Those hundreds of hours never detected any sign of the hostages, but intelligence analysts did see evidence of a senior al-Qaeda operative. Exactly who, they did not know. That seemed to make it even more unlikely hostages were in the compound, since there were no previous cases in which hostages had been held close to al-Qaeda leaders. It now appears the hostages were kept nearby as shields for the senior leader, who turned out to be an American named Ahmed Farouk, who once hatched a plot to hijack Pakistani vessels and ram them into American warships. 5 days later, another drone strike killed another American, again without the CIA knowing it. This time it was Adam Gadan, who played a leading role in al-Qaeda recruiting and propaganda videos. Gadan had been indicted for treason and had a $1 million reward on his head. Neither Gadan nor Farouk were considered senior enough to be on the CIA's hit list, but when asked if the president regretted killing them, White House spokesman Josh Earnest had a very simple answer.
No, those 2 individuals that you mentioned were leaders in al-Qaeda.
The CIA's Inspector General has been ordered to investigate what went wrong, and members of the Senate Intelligence Committee say they will conduct an investigation of their own. Scott?
David Martin at the Pentagon for us tonight. David, thank you.